Welcome to Village Finance. We have special video. Hidenberg's research reports on Adani Group 2023 by Village Finance is presenting, because if we go and check out the video, not our videos, because whenever we have clicked on YouTube about Adani Group, everybody is telling about Hidenberg's research report, but nobody explain it. Okay, what they have did, what they are claiming, what is their exact report. So probably some people have a curiosity about it, and that's the reason we are not asking anything. We are just reading. Okay, and what they do, how they do, what are their what they wanted to say to the market. Okay, and is this really baseless? As we have not seen, actually when we make a video of FPO of Adani Group, that moment we have not checked out what exactly this we have just make it on our one of the government officials. We make that video, and that's the reason we whatever our opinion was based on government reports, not on this Hidenberg's research report. Okay, so we will have some sort of focus over here, and you can check out. Basically we will put it as like everywhere, start to end one audio only, and in that case that audio will play along with each and every slides. Okay, yes, because if we will do it like that way, putting everybody, maybe we can mess up also. So here we go, and we will talk about it, Hidenberg research report. So this is the today's detail about this company. We will not talk what Hidenberg is doing, or what they do, how they do. We will not say anything, because they are exposing something, and you can find out from your end, rather, if you don't believe on them. Because we have seen a video from Adani's own YouTube channel that their CEO has came on the YouTube and says everything is baseless. Okay, so here some opinions from our end too, and if you wanted to say yes, you can say it. If you wanted to say no, you can say no. It's your choice. Everybody have a freedom to say something, because everybody have a freedom. Okay, and we are not putting any allegations. We are just telling what Hidenberg research report says, what their theory. We can say this is, you can consider as a theory if you are not investing into Adani Group. Okay, this is maybe questions for people talking as like this probably can be UPSC question. Anyways, or this can be general knowledge questions. As we are not educating, we are not started any education video YouTube channel, but over here Adani Group, how the world third richest man is pulling the largest con in corporate sector, corporate history. Do you think this is true? Whatever Hidenberg research report says, do you think it's true? Up to certain limit, 10%, 20%, 30%. Comment into the comment box, guys. If you feel 30% is true, you can put it. If you feel 10%, yeah, if you're loyal to this Adani Group, you say no, it's baseless. Anyways, guys, we will talk about what are their points. What is their report? Okay. So what Hidenberg research report says that today we reveal finding of our 2 years investigation, presenting evidence that the INR 17.8 trillion US dollar 218 billion Indian conglomerate Adani Group has engaged in brazen stock manipulation and accounting fraud schemes over the course of decades. Number 2, Adani. Gautam Adani, founder and chairman of Adani Group, has amassed a net worth of roughly 120 billion, adding over 100 billion in past 3 years, largely through stock price appreciation in a group of 7 key listed companies, which is a spike an average of 819 in that period. Yes, it's true. Since 2017, those stock listed company has raised their pricing. Okay, that's true. Number 3, our research involved speaking at dozens of individuals, including former senior executive of Adani Group, reviewing thousands of documents and conducting diligence site visits in almost half dozens countries. Probably it's true because you can go to Australia, Singapore and India, 3 countries. Okay, apart from that they can go to another country, so they will reveal it. Okay, so you can go and check out from your end too. Number 4, even if you are ignoring finding our investigation and takes financial of Adani Group at face value of 7 key listed companies have 85% downside purely on fundamental basis owing the sky high valuation. It's true, the sky high valuations of the shares is there and 7 key listed companies are there. Key listed Adani companies have also taken substantial debate, including pledging shares of inflated stock for loan, putting entire group on precious financial footing. 5 out of 7 listed companies have reports on current ratio below 1, indicate near terms of liquidity pressure. So you have to check this from your end. Number 5, the group very top ranking 8 of 22 key leaders are Adani family member and dynamic that plays control group of financial and key decisions in hand. A few former executives describe Adani Group is a family business. Yes, Adani Group is a family business, we can see, and their promoters are usually their brother and their families. Okay, so it's a family business, so absolutely up to certain limit it is also true. Number 6, Adani Group is previously been focusing on 4 major government fraud investigation which have alleged money laundering, theft of taxpayer funds, corruption totaling an estimated $17 billion. Adani family members allege corporate to create offshore shell entities in tax haven jurisdictions like Mauritius, the UAE, Caribbean Island, generating forged import-export documentation in apparent effort to generate fake or illegitimate turnover, and to symphony money from the listed companies. That you have to check about the company which is controlling the port, okay, of Adani Group. You have to check from your end. Gautam Adani's younger brother Rajesh Adani is accused by Directorate of Revenue Intelligence DRI playing a central role in diamond trading import export scheme around 2004 to 2005. The alleged scheme involved the use of offshore shell entities to generate artificial turnover. Rajesh was arrested at least twice over separate allegations for forgery and tax fraud. He was subsequently promoted to serve as a managing director of Adani Group. See, basically family business always having this kind of not this kind of thing, but they bring it as a managing director, their brother, sister or anybody. Indian family business are Indian not only, but other companies also does the same if they are into the family business. Number 6, the Gautam Adani's brother-in-law Samir Vora was accused in DRI being ringleader of the same diamond trading scam and repeatedly making false statements on regulatory, he was subsequently promoted to executive director of critical Adani Australian division. That you have to check from your end. Gautam Adani's elder brother in Vinod Adani has described by media an elusive figure. He is regularly been found at the center of the government investigation into Adani for his alleged role in managing a network of offshore entities used to facilitate fraud. Probably, yes, we can say. Our research, which is including downloading and cataloging the entire Mauritius corporate registry, has uncovered the Vinod Adani through several close associates and manage a vast layer ring of offshore shell entities that you have to check from your end. We have identified 38 Mauritius shell entities controlled by Vinod Adani or close associated. We have identified entities that also superstitiously controlled by Vinod Adani in Cyprus, the UAE, Singapore, and several Caribbean islands. So we can see over here Singapore is there, as we seen in the FPO draft. Many, not we can't say, you have to check from your end. Okay, we are not confirming about this Singapore entities. The many of Vinod Adani associate entities, no obvious sign of operation, including no reported employees, no independent address and or phone numbers, or no meaningful online presence. Yes, that's true. No meaningful online presence. Despite this, they have collectively moved billions of dollars into Indian Adani publicly listed and private entities, often without required disclosure and related party nature of the deal. That we can't say, you have to search from your end. We also uncovered rudimentary efforts seemingly designate to mask the nature of some shell entities. For 13 websites were created for Vinod Adani associated entities. Many are were suspiciously formed as the same day, featuring only stock photos, naming no actual employee and listing the same set of non-essential service such as consumption abroad or commercial presence. Yes, it's true. We have seen there are a number of companies, basically uh, uh, not companies, but we did not find employees belongs to so many companies. Trust me, that's, yeah, I had to also check. We know the Adani shell seems to be serve several functions, including stock parking, stock manipulation, and laundering money through Adani private companies onto listed companies' balance sheet in order to maintain appearance of national health and solvency. We are not aware because the government only putting their all this investment to this group. We can't say government. PM is a friend of, recently we have read somewhere PM is a friend of Adani, so they can't give you MSP here. Okay, anyways, guys, publicly listed companies in India are subjected to rules that require all promoter holding, known as insider holding of the US, to be disclosed. Rules also require listed companies have to at least 25% float held by non-promoters in order to mitigate manipulation and insider trading. 4 Adani listed companies are the brink of the delisting threshold due to high promoter ownership. That you have to check from your end. Our research indicate offshore shell and funds tied to the Adani group comprise many largest public non-promoter holders of Adani stock issue that would be subjected to Adani companies to delisting, where Indian securities regulatory SEBI rules enforce. Many suppose public funds exhibited frequent irregularities such as being Mauritius or offshore based entities of shell with beneficial ownership council via nominees, directors, and with little no diversification holding portfolio almost exclusive consisting of shares in Adani listed companies. Then right to information request we filed with the SEBI confirmed that offshore funds are subjects of ongoing investigation more than a year and a half after concerns were initially raised by media and members of parliament. A former trader of Alara and offshore funds of almost $3 billion is concentrated holding of Adani shares, including funds 99% concentrated of shares of Adani, told us that it is obvious that Adani controlled the share. He explained the funds are intentionally structured to conceal their ultimate beneficial ownership. Leaked email shows that CEO of Elara worked on the deal with Dharmesh Doshi, fugitive accountant who worked closely on the stock manipulation deal with Ketan Parikh, an infamous Indian market manipulator. The email indicates the CEO of Elara worked with the Doshi on the stock deals. Often he evaded arrest and was widely known as fugitive. Another firm called Monte Rosa Investment Holding control five supposedly independent funds that collectively hold over INR 360 billion US dollar is into conversion is 4.5 billion and share of listed Adani companies according to legal entities identified LEI data and Indian exchange data. Montes chairman and CEO serve as a director in three companies alongside with fugitive diamond merchant who allegedly stole $1 billion before fleeing India. Vinod Adani's daughter married to fugitive diamond merchant's sons. Yes, we have checked this. Vinod Adani's daughter married to whom? You can also check. Once related party entities of Adani invested heavily in one Monterosa funds that allocated to Adani Enterprises and Adani Power according to corporate record, drawing a clear line between Adani Group and suspect offshore funds. Another Cyprus-based entity is called New Lenina Investment until June-September 2021 owned over $420 million in Adani Green Energy share comprising 95% of its portfolio. Parliament record show was may still be shareholder of Adani list entities. New Lenana is operated by incorporation service firm Emi Corp, which has worked extensively to aid Adani developing offshore entities network. Emi Corp forms at least 7 Adani promoter entities, at least 17 offshore shell and entities associated with Vinod Adani, and at least 3 Mauritius-based offshore shareholdings Adani stock. Amicorp play a key role in one MDB international fraud scandals that resulted in US $4.5 billion being siphoned from Malaysian taxpayer. Amicorp established investment fund for key preparators that were simply wash client money through what looks like mutual fund according to according to Book of $1 Million Well, which is reportedly on scandals. Delivery volume is a unique daily data point that reports institutional investment flow. Our analysis found that offshore suspected stock parking entitlement accounted for up to 30% to 47% of yearly delivered volume in several Adani listed companies. Flagrant irregularities indicates that Adani stock have likely been subject to wash trading or other form of manipulative trading via suspect offshore entities. Evidence of stock manipulation in Adani listed companies shouldn't come as a surprise. SEBI has investigated and prosecuted more than 70 entities and individuals over a year, including Adani promoters, for pumping Adani enterprise stock. 2007 SEBI ruling state that the charge level against promoter of Adani that they aided and abetted Ketan Park entities in manipulating script of Adani stand proved. Ketan Park is perhaps India's most notorious stock market manipulator. Adani group entities originally received bans for their role, but those were later reduced to fine. A show of government leniency towards the group has become this decades-long pattern. Per the 2007 investigation, 14 Adani private entities transferred share to entities controlled by Parekh, who then engaged in blatant market manipulation. Adani Group responded to SEBI by arguing and it has dealt with Ketan Parikh to finance the start of its operation at Mundra Port, seemingly suggesting that share sales via stock manipulation somehow constitute a legitimate forms of financing. As a part of our investigation, we interview an individual who was banned from trading on Indian market for stock manipulation via Mauritius-based fund. He told us he knew Ketan Parikh personally, that little has changed, explaining all previous clients are still loyal to Ketan and are still working with Ketan. In addition to using offshore capital to park stock, we found numerous examples of offshore shell sending money through onshore private Adani companies onto listed public Adani companies. Yes, probably this is happening. The fund then seems to be used engineer Adani accounting, whether by bolster its reports profit or cash flow, cushioning its capital balance in order to make list entities appear more creditworthy, or simply move back out to other part of Adani empire where capital is needed. We also identify numerous undisclosed related party transactions by both listed and private companies, seemingly an open repeated violations of Indian disclosure law. In one instance, Vinod Adani controlled Mauritius entities with no sign of substantive operation, lent INR 11.71 billion, that is in US dollar $250 million at that time, to private Adani entities which did not disclose as being related to party loan. The private entities subsequently lent funds to listed entities including INR 9.84 billion, US dollars $138 million at more recent substantially lower exchange rate to Adani Enterprises. Another Vinod Adani controlled UAE entities called Emerging Market Investment DMCC lists no employee on LinkedIn, has no substantive online presence, has announced no client or a deal is based on a department of UAE. It lends US $1 billion to Adani Power subsidiaries. Yes, Adani Power only has a presence on LinkedIn, I guess, and there are 2 to 3 companies. Apart from that, there is no companies employee have a presence on LinkedIn or any other so a networking site. Okay, if you go and check it, might be this recently happened, probably we are not aware actually, but you can check via putting everybody. Might be only one owner is existing on LinkedIn. No, but Adani Power is there, we have seen. But if you are confirming thousands employees your employee, forget about 1,000, but at least 500 employees should be online. Means multinational company, not multinational, but this is company. What we can see, what exactly this company does. This offshore shell networks also seems to be used earning manipulation. For example, we have detailed series of transactions where assets were transferred from subsidiary of listed Adani enterprises to private Singaporean entities controlled by Vinod Adani without disclosure of related party by nature of these deals. Once on the book of private entities and assets were almost immediately impaired, likely helping public entity avoid material write-down and negative impact on net income. Adani obvious accounting irregularities and sketchy dealings seems to be enabled by virtual non-existence financial control list. Adani companies have been sustained turnover on chief financial officer role. For example, Adani Enterprises has had 5 chief financial officer over course of 8 years, a key red flag indicating potential accounting issue. The independent auditor of Adani Enterprises and Adani Total Gas is a tiny firm called Shah Dhamderiya. Shah Dhamderiya seems to have no current website. Historical archive of its website shows it had only 4 partners, 11 employee records, shows pay rupees 32,000 US in US dollar. It is $435 in 2021 monthly office rent. The only other listed entities we have found in audit market capitalization rupees 640 millions, which is around 7.8 million US dollar. Shah Dhamderiya hardly seems capable to complex audit work. Adani Enterprises alone has 156 subsidiaries and many more joint venture affiliated. For example, further Adani's 7 key listed company entities collected 578 subsidiaries, and we have engaged total 6,025 separated related party transactions in fiscal year 2020-2022 alone as per BSE disclosure. Okay, that's true, I guess so, because we have also seen 156 subsidiaries, and then we have not seen the transactions over here, but yes, up to certain limit we can say agree with this. The audit partner and the Shah Dhamderiya, who respectively sign off Adani Enterprises and Adani Total Gas annual audit, were young as 24 to 23-year-old when they began approving audit. They were essentially fresh out of school, hardly in position of to scrutinize and hold account financial of some largest companies in the country run by one of its most powerful individual. Okay, we will not talk about this because we can see And there are a number of youth has been hired, means on LinkedIn profile if you check out, and there are a number of youth has suddenly on the CEO position, or we can say there are so many positions, means if you are making money like as a in this kind of multi MNC companies, then you can start own company even. Anyways guys, if that much intelligence has around so many employees, that is quite surprising. Yeah, we have seen there are a number of startup does that. You can be vice president in 1 week, you can be vice president in 1 year or 2 year, you can be the founder, co-founder. But Adani group is like more than 30 years it is into the market. Okay, so around we can say around we can say, but if you go and check out, this company has really existing more than 20 years plus. So we can't say that a newcomers or the new who's holding less than 15 years of experience has becoming a topmost on that company's power. That is surprising us. Gautam Adani has claimed in an interview have very open-minded towards criticism. Very criticism gives an opportunity to improve myself. Despite the claim, Adani has repeatedly sought to have critical journalists or commentator jailed or silenced through litigation, and using immense power to pressure the government and regulatory to pursue those who question him. Yes, if yes, we can say yes to this point. Yes, current government is really using the power to make silence of journalists or to make silence of anybody's agenda who is raising their voice. Not about this, but people, they when they came to the market, they says that this is black money, this is white money, this is that money, but in fact they are not practicing right now. We can see over here, and that's true. See, if there are number of news games. Okay, we will focus on the news also. Against Adani, many people has um, did so many campaigns. Okay, from different regions, like in south, like in north. In north we can see farmer has did, but in case of south, there is the people from the south also raise their voice. But what happened, there is no news on that. Okay, what resolution has passed out, there is nothing. Means like we did not see later on there is any kind of news that this resolution has passed out, that is happened, that is happened, we have not seen. Yes, so we believe, apart from that, they have another point. We believe Adani group has able to operate a large fragrant flagrant fraud in a broad daylight, in large part because investors, journalists, and citizens, and even politicians have been afraid of to speak out, the fear of reprisal. Up to 40% we can say yes. Yes, political leaders is also not speaking about this, journalists not speaking about this, and that's the reason probably Hidenberg research report has claimed from USA, and we agree with that. Because if any companies, if number of tenders goes to single company, probably journalists raise the voice. Yes, citizen of India has also raised the voice from south and north, but suddenly everybody will say he is a friend of PM. Is it really what he is not a god of India? Okay, so he's a one businessman, and there are a number of businessmen existing into the market. If south people want south businessman, you can give it to the south businessman. Why you are controlling everything from one single region of Gujarat? Okay, So this is not our question, but we can see there are a number of companies has given to single group, and that is really making, see, any south or east business, why there are not intelligent people are sitting in that region. See, suppose from anything come from Kolkata, anything come from Chennai, anything come from Kerala, anything come from Kerala in the sense Kochi and all those things. Why there is no variation in that? Why only one person should control all whole India? Okay, and this person is a businessman. He is not any political leader. He is not a PM of India. Okay, so that's our point of view. It's just like as an, and even investors, we have not seen investor has raised a voice against him. But yes, on YouTube everything is flooded right now. We are not making any flood, we are just reading this, we are creating awareness. People are talking that this is happening, that is happening, but wrong way they are presenting. We are taking all the reports from these official websites. Okay, we will give it to you link if you are interested to download this, whatever their points, opinions. And yes, Hidenberg research says we have included 88 questions to conclusion of our reports. If Gautam Adani is truly embraced transparency as he claims, they should be easy questions to answer. We look forward of Adani's response. Yes, Adani has also given a response, and we will not read that because we are not like, see, if for example Jharkhand order came, why is Jharkhand order go to only in the Gujarat? Why there is no any intelligent person is sitting in the east region of India? Why there is no businessman existing across the India? Only all talent goes to single Gujarat. Is it okay? Gujarat is a business hub. We agree with everything, but when PM say what Kashi is his favorite place, why he came to Kashi or Varanasi? Okay, that is they that destination he feel it. Okay, so does he bring Gujaratis business, not businessman basically, does he bring it Gujarat politicians to the Varanasi? No, he put it only the local person over there as a PM. Similarly he has to diversify business umbrella rather than giving single person whole entity, whole all government sectors, all tenders can't go to the single person. I believe it. Why there is no businessman existing in India? That is we are asking. Only 3 to 4 leaders are asking all government tenders. Why people, government says that startup is doing well, startup do this, startup do that. Why no startup can do your government tendering business? They can do, they have a ability. If they can capture the, yes, we agree that these companies did really hard work, but government should diversify their portfolio. Okay, as we says, because we did not find any transparency in this group, means up to certain at least 30% we are not finding anything in Adani group as a transparency. This is our personal opinion. You can make your own opinion as like other YouTubers. Okay, so anyways guys, we have read about Hidenberg reports, and anyways guys, we will talk about something, and that is a special one. Thank you, by Bridevesh Finance. And yes, absolutely. A Hidenberg report has we gone through, and uh, yes, Adani Group will give 99.99% answer in in basically context of what they can do as strong as that, because what exactly Adani Group has been supported by. So here we can say there is one of India's biggest law firm. Okay, we had to tell that name. You can search it because this is a family into the business, and that's the reason we will not tell the name, but we can hint it. He's one of the family members, is a lawyer, and 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 trust me, the that particular firm is the biggest firm in corporate strategies. So even Hidenberg do anything, or Hidenberg do, or any citizen of India, as Hidenberg says, that is also true. See, as an investor, journalist, or citizen, or even politician can't raise their voice because Adani is having very good relationship, we can say, with one of the law firm. So this is our point to Hidenberg research report. So how many people can raise their voice, but how many times they will answer them. Anyways, we are not here to criticize anybody. We understand Adani do really hard work since last 5 years, and we can see what will happen and how will happen. Anyways, guys, that is not our lookout. We are just making a report. Not we are making just an YouTube channel, and this is for just an awareness. Sometimes we came and we give us a prophecy that is totally based on a statistic. Today's this is the first time where we really find not any transparency, and it is also in the favor of Adani. We are telling that every business has rivals, number one. Number two, every businessman have a support from politician, and number three, every businessman sometimes they are having downtrending, uptrending. They can sustain from legacy to legacy, but they do everything. Okay, so you have to think what you are doing, whether you wanted to invest. This is all our videos are for retail investor, and if you are interested, you can go through the Hidenberg research report. We will give it to you, link in the description, because we find Hidenberg research report say something no, at least 10% perfect. We are not telling that because all our research is based on a web, but web based research report also we are not taking anything we take from official websites. So you can check out if our official website was wrong. So nothing is baseless in case of us. Yes, whatever we have did, whatever we have said, the law firm is behind Adani Group. That is also something existing into the market. So, anyways, guys, have a great day. It's midnight in India. Good night, sweetie. Bye bye.